Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Monday, August 12th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you are someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also, if you trade Bitcoin, I will do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, a couple of clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, ticker symbol MGOL. Very, very impressive move today. Talked about this one yesterday, but with continued explosion, want to get some things updated. Going to go ahead and get rid of that level. It served its purpose for now. But first key update just comes about based on a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. I mean, you could throw this right into a textbook. Absolutely beautiful example of that area of resistance being broken with the gap up, and then check it out. Price pulled back and look right where it found some support, right around that green line before getting continuation to the upside. So moral of the story moving forward, the key area of support to watch is going to be right there at that $4.70 mark. In terms of areas of resistance, main battleground now to keep an eye on, at least in my opinion, right up here around that $6.60 mark. And I'm just trying to find a middle ground because right there I realized the price didn't quite go up that high. Right there the price actually went above there. So like I said, kind of middle ground wise, right there at 660 would be the key level that if the price can break above there, then of course there are no guarantees, but I could see that bringing in another round of momentum and then potentially pushing this thing up to new highs. But all in all, very nice way to close out the week. Next one, HUGE, huge. So yeah, quite the ticker symbol right there. And yeah, pun intended, it had a huge move today, but although late afternoon, there has been a bigger pullback that has occurred. Both in the grand scheme of things, the price is still up at higher lows, and from the big picture standpoint, that's what it's all about. You just want to see those higher lows being put into play. So let's get some levels of support mapped out. So first key level, right down there at the 19-cent mark, and that's what I'd call the ideal level. I mean, hey Clay, what's going to make this chart look the absolute strongest? Definitely if the price can stay above 19 cents. But from the bigger picture standpoint, you're going to want to watch that purple line right there, the 50-period simple moving average. Keyword there being moving, because as time goes by, that line's going to move itself higher and higher and get more and more relevant. And basically, it's a trend line that's going to draw itself for you. That's why I like to call moving averages trend lines for lazy people. Because if you don't feel like drawing a trend line, fine. Let the moving average draw the trend line for you. So from an overarching standpoint, as long as the price stays above that purple line, then the bulls are still in full health. In terms of areas of resistance, key area to watch, in my opinion, going to be that resistance trend line right there. So if the price can break up through there, that'd be very solid. And then just from a big picture standpoint, what you essentially have is a bull flag pattern, or excuse me, bull pennant pattern. So for you golfers, I'll put the golf hole down there, make it a little bit more visual, so you can see the pennant pattern right there. So if you do care about penny stocks and like bull pennants, certainly keep an eye on it. Next one, MRIN, and I like this one just because there's some very well-defined levels, and when there's well-defined levels, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movement. So the first level here that you got to think a lot of people are watching is this trend line right there. So that's not a great skill on my part. That's not a great discovery. I think a lot of people have drawn that line, which again, a lot of people watching the same levels, wondering the same thing. Call it whatever you want, self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, it can produce some very dynamic movements. And then on the flip side of things, the other area that you got to think a lot of people are watching is that pink line right there, the famous 200-period moving average. And you can see exactly a good example there of why it's famous, just beautiful bounce right off that level. So you have the main area of support right there, 200-period moving average, key area of resistance up there, that trend line. And then just once again to convert this into a pattern. So resistance, we'll use this moving average as our support. And then you have the big explosion right there. You have the golf hole down here, another bull pennant pattern. So in this situation, not a penny stock, but it is down around that $3 range. So if you like this price range, you like bull pennants, keep an eye on it. Next one here, LUMN, and this is one where, let me offer up a little bit more context, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that watch previous videos, but if you have, you know that I've talked about that purple line right there, 50-period moving average, and said, that's definitely the key level, where from the overarching standpoint, you want to see the price stay above it. And I mean, absolutely amazing today how much the price is indeed respecting that moving average. So right there, granted that was from yesterday, but you can see this morning, close, respected it. And then even right now, look how, if you were to picture this, the purple line as a wave, and then the price as a surfer, look how the price is just surfing on that wave. Just beautiful job of just tiptoeing it and going as the line itself moves higher and higher. So the price is, behaving like you want to see it behave and stay above it and staying above it. In the event the price does ultimately drop down below. Next key area of support after that would then be down there right around the $4.95 mark. So keep an eye on that. In the overall picture of things, key area of resistance is indeed up here at 720. But given we have more context now, I'm going to just go ahead and adjust this level down, and we'll focus more so on the nearer term levels, with that key level being right there at $5.85. So all in all, consolidating right now, just essentially been going sideways the past couple of days. Great to see the price staying above that purple line. Can the price get the breakout next week? We'll see what happens. Next one here, NVDA, and overall good solid day. Put this resistance trend line in yesterday, and you can see the price finally got some breaking above it this afternoon. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that as it served its purpose for now. In terms of areas of support, it's becoming a common theme here, but check out once again the purple line, 50 period moving average. Look how it acted as support right there. And then today, support, support, support. So moving forward, the ideal level in terms of what make the chart look the strongest, definitely staying above that purple line right now, valued at 104.15. With all that being said, if the price falls below it, not the end of the world, because you still do have several other areas of support below you. But I would definitely say a very important level now would be that level down there at 101.40. So I'm not saying the price is going to test it, but if it does, you would want to see the price hold, because if it doesn't, and if the price falls back inside, back inside of this area that it is already broken out from. And the last thing you want to see, assuming you're bullish, is for price movements to be going back to where they were. In terms of areas of resistance moving forward, key level now to keep an eye on would be that resistance area right there. And the good news is the price is very close to it, so well within striking distance. Does that mean it'll for sure break out? Of course not. Is it plausible to think that it could break out on Monday? Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't have to travel that far in order to do battle with it again. But all in all, good way to close out the week. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering next week. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box you can use to sign up. Or if you're watching at my website, there's an area right there on the webpage you can use to sign up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free class. Next one, TSLA Tesla, and good solid movement this afternoon. Not necessarily price action wise, but more technically speaking, you can see the price has broken up through that red line that I drew previously. Now, it hasn't exploded up through there, but what has occurred is it's now allowed us to ask ourselves a very exciting question. Is this break the start of something even bigger? And right now, it makes a whole lot of sense, because with that breakout, you can see that a nice little miniature bull pennant pattern has formed. Now, that still doesn't guarantee that it's going to get more continuation, but by no means would you be crazy to think that, I think that breakout right there, sure, it's just consolidating right now, but I think there's more momentum to come. Completely see where you're coming from. Again, that's not guaranteed to happen, but I don't think anybody could call you crazy for thinking that. So, like I said, good dynamic there. The trend line has been broken. It's consolidating, so now we get to ask that exciting question, is this break the start of something even bigger? Now, if it is, where are some of these key levels of resistance at? Next main level to watch moving forward from a resistance standpoint, going to be right there at the 203.50 mark. So keep an eye on that. If you go back through the history of things, you can see that generally speaking, rejected the price right there. So it doesn't mean the price can't break above it, just saying that the chart is suggesting that the price is really going to need to bring its A game if it is going to push up through those levels. But all in all, nice break of that trend line. Let's see, like I said, if it is indeed the start of something bigger next week. Next one, PLTR. Been tracking this one very closely, and once again, higher highs, higher lows. That is the name of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that level as it served its purpose for now. And first update, as I've already talked about, when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. So the ideal level of support moving forward, right there at 29.75, ideal being that level where, hey, Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? And that would be if the price can stay above there. But with that being said, don't get me wrong, it's not like if the price falls below 29.75, that implies the chart's epically destroyed or anything like that. No, because again, from the overarching standpoint, as I've been talking about, you still have that purple line there, 50 period moving average. So as that line moves higher and higher, well, once more, envisioning that as just a trend line that's drawing itself for you, as long as the price is above the uptrending trend line, well then by definition, by default, the price is in an uptrend itself. In terms of areas of resistance, nothing fancy here, no need to overcomplicate it. Just ask yourself the question, where did the party finally stop today? And that was right up there at $30.38. So for that reason, and for that reason alone, is where I would focus on the next key battleground as far as resistance is concerned. But all in all, very nice past couple of days. Next one, SQQQ. Very rough past few days here. I'm going to go get rid of a couple of these lines here as they've served their purpose for now, and I don't want to have annotations all over the way. But heading into next week, really two key dynamics, and once more, this is not a great discovery. This is not some sort of special talent. I think a lot of people are going to be watching both these areas, which once again brings about the talking point of potential self-fulfilling prophecies. But it's really as straightforward as just, I guess, pun intended, our simple averages, or simple moving averages. So in the spirit of keeping it simple, as far as key levels of support are concerned, keep an eye on that pink line there, 200 period, simple moving average, right now valued at 935. And then resistance-wise, the purple line, 50 period moving average, currently valued at 1007. But if we turn these into just kind of trend lines, so if I extend this out like this, and extend this down like this, essentially we have a wedge pattern forming. So it just becomes a question of who is ultimately going to win this battle. Are the bulls going to win the battle with a break to the upside? Are the bears going to win this battle with the break to the downside? That'll be the big question headed into next week. So grab your popcorn and let's see who ultimately wins. Next one here, ticker symbol GNS, and wow, what a very ugly looking afternoon, but you longer time viewers, you know what I'm going to say next. There can be opportunity in the ugly, but there is no doubt about it. Huge move up, and then wow, have things and are things ugly right now as I speak, but there is still some potential for a nice little risk reward scenario. And I should note that, you know, these are definitely situations where if you're not good at honoring risk or managing risk, I mean, you shouldn't even be trading, but that's a whole nother topic. You definitely should not be trading situations like this. But if you can be disciplined, then yeah, the level that stands out to me is right down here, kind of that little gap close and support area right there around 0.119. Now, again, no guarantees, but you can see the price leveled off here before the big move happened. So if things get a little bit more ugly, it comes down here. Is it plausible to think that the price could level out and then get a bounce back upwards? Now, does it go up that high? I don't know about that. But even if it goes up a quarter that high, once more, relative to what was being risked, you could be looking at a very nice situation. So if you like penny stocks, if you like these risk versus reward scenarios where you get in at locations where everybody else is basically waving the white flag, because that's when things do tend to, you know, kind of bounce back up, then certainly keep an eye on this one. Next one, TQQQ, and good solid day for this one. Pretty similar to Tesla in the sense of good day, not necessarily because it was a huge explosion, but the price has actually been able to push up through that area of resistance that I've been talking about. And then like Tesla, in the very near term, got itself a nice little bull pennant pattern. So it just goes into the question of, okay, got the breakout. Is this breakout? Is this bull pennant? This first step, the leading indicator suggests that it could be the start of something even bigger. So on that note, I'm just going to go ahead and adjust this area of resistance up here. And I should note that whenever levels of resistance are being adjusted upwards, assuming you're bullish, that's always a good sign. So moving forward, 59.37 going to be that key area of resistance. In terms of areas of support, a couple different choices. You could draw a trend line in right there if you wanted to and watch that. Or you could just make life simple, again, pun intended, by using the 50. Today has been the video analysis of puns. But anyways, or you could just use that purple line right there, 50 period moving average, and watch that as it moves itself upwards. But there's no doubt about it, however you want to look at it, there is this nice little wedge forming. Can it get a further breakout to the upside next week? We'll see what happens. I will get to Bitcoin here in just a second, but for you stock traders out there, like I said earlier, if you enjoyed what you saw and you want to learn more about this tool and how it should and can be used, then definitely go get signed up for the free live class. Like I said, it'll be next week, Thursday, August 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So hope to see you there. Now let's talk some Bitcoin. One quick clarification here. I am no longer using the 30-minute time frame. I'm on the 4-hour time frame, and that is because Bitcoin is open 24/7. So I want this video and analysis to remain relevant all weekend long. So by using the 4-hour time frame, it allows us to do that. So on that note, I'm just going to assume that you're watching this, Sunday afternoon at some point. So the first question that I want you to ask yourself Sunday afternoon is, where is the price at relative to 62,475? That is the value right now of that pink line, the 200 period moving average. If in any way, shape, or form you're saying, well, actually, Clay, I'm watching this and the price is up above that area, it's a good weekend. Now, how good of a weekend? Well, that's where some common sense comes in play. If it's barely up above there, again, still a good weekend. That would imply that there's been a breakout through this bull flag pattern, so that is good. If the price is way up here, well, that's even a better weekend. So again, I'm going to let your common sense take you, in terms of answering that. But like I said, that's where it starts off in my mind. Where is the price at relative to that pink line? Now, if you're saying, well, Clay, actually the price is down below it, okay, that's fine. That doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. The next question would be, okay, well, where's the price at relative to 55,600? As long as you're answering the question that the price is above there. So in other words, price is down below there, but the price is up above there. In other words, that's just a bigger form of a consolidation. That implies that the price is somehow chopping around, and you can just use the word consolidation. Nothing wrong with that at all. However, if you're saying, well, actually, Clay, the price is down below 55,600. Once again, common sense, okay, well, how far down below? If the price is sitting right there, okay, that's not the greatest thing, but by no means is it something really bearish. If the price is down here, or worse yet, even down below that level, well, that's telling you that the bears have all of a sudden taken back over, and the bears are having a very, very strong weekend. I doubt you're answering the questions in those ways, but nonetheless, I wanted to get it covered. So walk yourself through those questions, keep your eye on those levels, and that'll give you insight into Bitcoin all weekend long. And as I invited the stock traders, I want to invite you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader to get signed up for the class, because what you'll learn about can and definitely should be used within the world of Bitcoin and crypto. So go get signed up. It'll be next week, Thursday, August 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And it is a genuine live event, and I say that because there is a Q&A session. So if you have questions, please bring them. I'd be happy to answer them for you. As far as these top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy these, please do a couple things for me. Hit the like button, leave a comment, tell me what you traded today, give me your watches for next week, or if you would like for me to do an analysis of one of your positions, then comment down below, and I'll do my best to get to that at some point in next week's video. So thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. Go get signed up for that free webinar.